Hi, fellow hygienists. I just wanted to reach out and say I know a lot are back to work and more are starting on June 1st and thereafter. I wanted to say that there are a lot of videos flying around, a lot of webinars, a lot of CEUs free. If it's free, it's for me. Sometimes it's worth it to pay for good content and good information. So, that being said, a hygienist posted a webinar today that she watched, and she felt like it was really helpful about aerosols. And so I watched it, as I do. You guys. Okay, so the sources were listed at the bottom of the screen, and I took, as I always do, screenshots of the slides. Age of Resource, 1998. Age of Resource, 2004. You guys, like we can't trust anyone that has something to gain by our ignorance. Okay? And that's not a bad word. Ignorance is not a bad word. We have to embrace it. We have to embrace being uncomfortable. Okay, this is hard stuff. It's really hard. And I think, the PPE thing was already an issue in many practices, and that's why it's so escalated because, you know, many hygienists weren't even having access to more than one handpiece. And then, COVID hit, and it's like, the tension and the stress of that, of course, is going to exacerbate everything else, and that's natural. But so just be very careful. I know like some of these moderators seem very earnest and upbeat and friendly, but they have a goal, they have a mission. All right. So this one was particularly bad. Okay. So, what I will agree with this one, and I always do, I'm fair, if anything. And let me tell you, sometimes it is fucking hard to be fair because I don't want to be, especially if it's real shitty. But I had to say that I would agree with this person on the fact that there isn't a lot of research within a dental practice with real dental patients on aerosols. There isn't. But what he goes on to discuss is the fact that for many, 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 many years, there has been no incidents, no breaches, no problems with infection in the dental office. How would we know? How would we know? Is there contact tracing going on during influenza season? I think not. So let's be real about it. I don't know that we would know. So, I don't think that's a fair statement. I certainly have caught a bug in the office when one of my coworkers has had a bug, and I certainly am a crazy hand washer, and so are my coworkers. So, and I don't like they are. I don't grab their phone. No. No, because we all just don't, what's the point, really? I don't want to be down a couple of days if I don't have to be. So we're very careful about it. And yet it happens. So that being said, that expert went totally beyond where he should have been trying to present real factual information. He went beyond it. And it's not cool. What else did I say? Oh, as oral health care providers, we have a responsibility in this space, the space of COVID. And listen, this isn't me telling you what to do or what not to do now at all. Not at all. Please don't go there. All I'm doing is pointing out that there is a shit ton, ridiculous amount of information out there right now in video form, in written form, you name it. And so you have to be choosy, and you really have to start taking the time to look at the sources and look at the information from a very narrow lens and be skeptical. You just have to do it. Because, I'm glad that the person felt better, but I really don't want people to feel better on false pretenses. We may be totally fine because what we do is pretty awesome. We're rocking it. I see so many things online about new high-speed suction, and let's be honest, the regular one there's a reason why there's assistants that hold that thing. That thing is a beast. And I like my shoulder, I like my arm to work and I don't want it to stop. So I'm really happy that hygienists are getting something for high-speed suction finally. Finally, it's happened to me. Probably you won't know that song. It's very old. I'm sorry. But anyhow, that is real positive. There's so many things, like, honestly, I'm super encouraged by everything that everyone's doing. It's just amazing. And now they let out a recent little snippet that they think that COVID-19 is not as contagious through asymptomatic people as they once thought. That'll be huge, you guys. That'll be huge. Because if that's the truth and we can just keep the sickos out, amazing. Yes. So I just wanted to pop on and say that watch who's presenting their interest, look at the bottom, their sources, and let me tell you, if they're old, forget about it. Forget about it. 1998, did I have a computer then? I don't know. Maybe I did, but I mean, we definitely didn't have the technology we have today, right? So, I think that's all I have to say. Oh, sorry. One more thing. He mentioned a guy, Molinari, that recommends a rinse, dam, and high-speed suction. A dam? You guys, really? I don't know about you guys, but is anyone out there using a dam for doing prophies? OMG. I feel like we're going to be getting really good information very soon. And, you want to keep abreast and you want to keep on your toes, but there's a fine line between that and becoming like obsessive about it. There is fungus in the air, there's bacteria in the air all around you all the time, whether or not we're creating aerosols. So, do you ever see that show about the dust mites on the pillowcases? So you guys, keep it in perspective and just let's find out from the real experts. This guy had a master's in epidemiology. I'm sorry, but that doesn't do anything for me at all. Nothing at all, especially based on what he presented today. So just hang in there. And I'm thinking about all of you. This is really, I think, more emotional than physical for most hygienists. I do believe that. And it makes sense because sometimes we're seeing the side of our employer and that we don't really want to see in terms of if they didn't care to begin with, this is going to be really hard, really hard. And for that, I'm really sorry about that. It's a tough time in our profession. I will tell you this, in my personal life, when things have gotten real shitty, and I mean it, there's always been something amazeballs on the flip side. So keep that in mind. Maybe right now, and I don't think everything happens for a reason. Fuck no. My God, no. Please. Ugh. Ugh. But I will say that has been, because it catapults a systematic process of change. A lot of times that's what it takes. And so that's where we are. And we were there before, but it just wasn't out in our faces. And it was really subversive. I don't know if that's the right word, but anywho, take care. I'm keeping this one short. Hang in there, okay? Bye-bye.